Hello, and welcome to another session of Tim's Tips. Today, we're going to talk about our new Strikeforce 3 adult shoulder pad. The first thing when we developed this pad, again with some of the other pads, we've taken some features from our old Strikeforce, put it into the new Strikeforce, but we've also added a lot of new and exciting features to make this pad more protective, lower profile, and also sit well on the player to add still the best protection that you can have on the market. So first of all, let's just talk about some of the existing features that we took from our old Strikeforce 2 that are still in Strikeforce 3. Number one, we still have corrugated arches just like with our Strikeforce 2. The only difference is now the plastic, instead of being white, this is going to be a corrugated gray matte finish. Give it a better look, nice appeal, and it also hides scratches better than the old white plastic. The next thing we have is our HDOC foam lining. It's still a dual density lining with high density EVA over the shoulder areas and a soft cell air management underneath it. The next thing we still have is our adjustable neck opening to make it fit better on the player's necks so they can move it in or out for the better fit. We still have the front and back swivels, which again, the reason for these swivels, number one, they move with the player to help give the player more mobility. But the second thing is when there's an impact on the shoulder, the pad's going to shift in that direction. It's going to throw that energy away from the player. The next thing is stainless steel hardware. We kept that because we want your pad to last for years. Stainless steel, we don't have to worry about the rusting that we do with nickel-plated hardware. We also have the clavicle, sewn-in clavicle pads, which again has another dual density foam and air management to help add protection over that shoulder, and also a channel to help help the shoulder pad to sit better on the shoulder, also keep it lower profile. The lining is treated with Aegis antimicrobial treatment that keeps the pad nice and safe, and also you can remove the padding by unvelcroing, and you can wash these in a washing machine with mild detergent, cold water, let it air dry, so it can be washed up to 100 times and still continue to have the antimicrobial treatment work. We still have the removable deltoid pads, just like with the old pad. Also belt and buckle hookup. Now here are the new features. The new features in this pad, besides the nice matte gray finish, is we now made it even lower profile. We made it lower profile by taking, and we went from a steel spring cantilever to a corrugated subarch. So the plastic piece in here and the subarch is corrugated, allowing a channel for that shoulder to fit in, to sit lower on that player. It also disperses the energy away from the player. Then we have our exclusive NV 815 material that sits under that subarch in that channel. And what that does is when that sits on the player, it's a super foam, and it's a high density memory type foam, so that when that impact comes down on the shoulder, you have 1/4 of an inch more protection than you did before with the old Strikeforce. That's again adding a little more protection to the player, and it's about 15% better than our honeycomb material, which used to be in our old ALTs. That's a significant feature to reduce impact on the player's shoulder. Also, we have shortened the epaulets and the shoulder caps to help this shoulder pad to fit into those tighter jerseys, but also to come down and have that protection in the right spot over the shoulder where the player may be hit while standing up, and also being thrown down to the ground to offer the best protection we can over the shoulder. Now, those are the features of the new Strikeforce. This pad now comes in 2 models. We have the 780, which is a skill position type pad, and then we have the 555, which is for a multi-position type pad, has a little longer arch than the skill pad. We thank you for watching Tim's Tips today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and just wish you and your team the best luck in the 2017 season, and we hope that you have a very safe and productive 2017 season. Thank you again for visiting Tim Tip.